Ma'am, start the.
I think now you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. See the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Now I will request everybody to mute your mics. Please mute your mics.
Okay, ma'am.
Hila. Ora to.
Again, some sounds are coming.
You,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, you
Please mute yourself.
ma'am, you disallow the mics, then there will be no problem.
अरे भाई तो क्वेश्चन कैसे पूछेगा यदि डाउट होगा तो डिसेबल कर देंगे
क्वेश्चन
तो
बाद में लास्ट में पूछना।
अरे
गधे ने
भाई
बताया
इतने
ही नहीं
इंटेलिजेंट
अपने
है,
को।
वैसे ही माइक बंद रखेंगे, कोई डिसेबल
Ma'am,
करने की
mute
जरूरत।
all participants.
Okay, so we are starting with partial derivatives. Okay, now suppose let z equals to f of xy. Okay, function of two independent variables. Now suppose if y is constant, okay, then f of xy becomes a function of only x. Becomes a function of x only. Now one variable x and its derivative when exist obviously is called partial derivative of f of xy with respect to x, and generally we denote it by fx xy, or we also write del f del x, or we can write zx, or we can write del z del x. Okay, so thus it is defined in this manner. Fx xy is written in this way: limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h comma y minus f of xy by h if the limit exists. This is how it is defined. Since we are doing partial derivative with respect to x, so it is written in this way: limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h comma y minus f of xy divided by h. So this formula actually is giving us the first order partial derivative of f with respect to x at any point xy. Now in particular, if you want to find the first order partial derivative at a point AB, then we are going to write, suppose at AB. So we'll write fx AB, that is del f del x at AB. Limit h tends to 0, f of a plus h b minus f of AB divided by h. Okay, so at any point if you want to find, the formula is going to be like this. Now this I was talking when x is, we are doing the partial derivative with respect to x. When we have already considered that if y is constant, then the function becomes the fxy becomes only function of x, So one variable x and its derivative is known as partial derivative of fxy with respect to x. Similarly, this may happen that x is constant. Okay. If x is constant, the function becomes, fxy becomes only function of y. Then if we do the partial derivative, we'll get del f del y. What is this? What is this? What is going on?
Quarrel.
Ma'am, please disallow the mic. There will be no problem.
Ma'am, disable the mics, ma'am.
Now at the point AB, what I said that this can be written in this manner. Now same thing will happen for y, that if x is constant, then we'll have the same kind of a definition. Then we'll write if yxy will be written as limit k tends to 0 if x comma y plus k, because change will be in y now, xy by k, obviously if the limit exists. Now the partial derivatives will be written in this manner: del f del y, or it will be zy, or del z del y. Okay. Now the derivatives of fx with respect to x and y, the derivatives of fx, what is fx? Del f del x, with respect to x and with respect to y are denoted by del del x of fx, or we can write del del x of del f del x, or we can write del 2f del x2, or we can also write f of xx. Okay, so this is how the second order derivatives, partial derivatives, can be written. Similarly, we can write del del y of fx. So it will be writing same as del del y of del f del y, del f del x. Okay, or we can write del 2f del y del x, or we can write f yx. So I hope you can understand that how the second order partial derivatives are written. Now these derivatives, the derivatives fxx, fyy, fxy, fyx, these are all known as second order partial derivatives.
Ma'am, here the derivative with respect to y, del square y upon del y will be known.
Just a moment. And the derivatives fxy and fyx are called mixed derivatives. Okay, but it is not necessary that this fxy and fyx will be equal. Okay, it may be equal, it may not be equal. Yes, somebody was asking something.
Yes, ma'am. The derivative of
Let me complete. Okay, let me complete. You'll get your answer. Now, the formula for second order derivatives at the point AB. the formula for second order derivatives at the point AB. The formula is written like this: fxx at AB. This will be written as limit h tends to 0 fx a plus h comma b minus fx ab divided by h, because the change is in x. Okay. Similarly, if yyab, this is written as limit k tends to 0 fy a b plus k minus fy ab by k. Okay. Next is if xy ab. This will be what? If xy means what? Del del x of del f del y. Okay. So this will be limit h tends to 0, because del del x of del f del y. So it will be derivative with respect to x. So that is why h is coming. This will be fy a plus h comma b minus fy ab divided by h. And for fy x ab, it will be what? Del f del del y of del f del x. So del del y means here it will be limit k tends to 0 and fx a b plus k minus fx ab divided by k. So this is the formula of finding the second order derivatives at the point AB. I hope you understood how these formulas are written. Now we'll be considering one example and then we'll see that how to find this partial derivatives. One function is given to us. The function is like this. So what we have to find out? We have to find if xy00 and if yx00. This we need to find out. Okay. So we know the definition. We know the formula. Now first we'll write what is f xy00. If xy00 was what I said, del del x of del f del y. So formula was limit h tends to 0 fy h comma 0 minus fy 00 by h. Okay, this was the formula. Now separately we have to find out. Now find out what is fyh0. What is fyh0? That is del del y of fh0. So as per formula, we should write limit k tends to 0 f of hk minus f of h comma 0 by k. So if you want to evaluate this, what is f of hk? F of hk is nothing but hk h square minus k square divided by a square plus k square. This is our f hk. What is f h0? Obviously it will be 0 divided by k. So if you find the limit, what you are going to get? This k will be cancelled. If you now put k00, then you will have h cube by h square. So you will have h. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we have to find out what is fy00. What is fy00? Del y of f00. So fy00 as per formula, it should be limit k tends to 0, f of 0k minus f00 by k. Now what is your f? 0k? Limit k tends to 0. F0k will be obviously 0. F00 is given 0 by k. So it is 0. Now we will just put the value for fxy00. Now by
There k tends to 0, ma'am. Then how can you write 0 there?
don't ask such silly questions. What is f0k? What is f0k?
0 by 0, 0 by k.
Zero. It's an intermediate form.
By putting
K
the values in 1,
equal to 0. So it is like k tends to 0. It is not exactly 0.
Ah,
where
k
I'm
Yes.
tends
u-
to
where I'm
0.
using where I'm
Limit
using
can
this.
put
Am I
lim-
using anywhere
K,
k tends to 0?
k is not
F.
equal to 0. It tends there.
Yeah, it is
Man,
before.
I'm not using only here. F hk is what? F0 comma k will be what? If you put in the function h into k, h square minus k square divided by h square plus k square. If you put f0k, it will be 0, no? And f00 is already given 0. Anyway, putting the values in 1, what we are getting? Fxy00, we'll just put the values here. Limit h tends to 0. What was fyh0? We got it as h. And if h0, if y00, we got 0 divided by h. So what is the value over here? 1.
1.
Now we obtained fxy00. Now we have to find out what is now fyx00. What is this fyx00? Del y of del f del x at 0, 0. Del y of del f del x at 0, 0. Okay. So we know the definition. It is limit k tends to 0 fx 0k minus fx 0, 0 divided by k. Now separately we have to find out these two values fx 0k. Fx 0k is what? Del x of f0k. So as per formula, it will be limit h tends to 0 f of hk minus f of 0 comma k divided by h. Now limit h tends to 0. What is f of hk? It is hk h square minus k square divided by h square plus k square. What is f0k? It will be 0 only divided by h. So this h will be okay. So what will be this value? This HH will be getting cancelled.
Minus k.
Yes, minus k, correct. And what will be fx00? Limit
0.
h tends to 0, f of h0 minus f00 by h. So obviously it will be 0. Now we have to put the values in this equation or this way. Suppose this is 2. Putting the values in 2. Putting the values in 2. What we will have? Fyx at 0, 0. We'll just put the values. What we got? Limit k tends to 0 minus k minus 0 by k. So what it is? Minus 1.
One.
So
Minus one.
therefore, what we'll say? We'll say f xy 0 0 and f yx 0 0 exist, but they are not equal. Okay. So I believe that you understood this partial derivatives.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes.
what are the differences between fxy and fyx?
I don't know. You are listening to the class or not?
Yes, ma'am, I am listening to the class.
No, you are not listening to the class. If you are listening, you should not ask such question. I'm writing the definition. I'm telling you repeatedly what is fxy and what is fyx. Now you are asking what is the difference. What is fxy? Del del x of del f del y. What is fyx? Del del y of del f del x. Both are separate things.
Yes, ma'am.
Formulas are different. I've written the formulas. Then how you are asking this?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not listening to the class. Anyway, two theorems I'm writing, only the statement. You just need to know the statement. One is Swers theorem. If fy exists,
Ma'am, it is not appearing, ma'am.
it is not appearing.
No, ma'am.
But you cannot see the screen.
No, ma'am. The screen is black.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's visible.
See the
No,
screen.
ma'am.
No problem.
Okay, ma'am.
The color
Yes,
is
we can see.
color.
ma'am.
Just lagging.
Please mute yourself. All of you, please mute yourself. If fy exists in a certain neighborhood of a point, yesterday only I have explained what is neighborhood of a point, of the domain of definition.
Ma'am, your screen is lagging, ma'am.
It is not appearing, ma'am.
Screen is not appearing.
No, ma'am.
It's visible, ma'am.
See the response.
It's appearing, ma'am.
It's appearing, but
Ma'am,
not
it is visible, ma'am.
30 seconds
No,
screen
it's
share.
appearing.
Where is the world such statements available?
Some are saying appearing, some are saying not appearing.
No, ma'am.
Screen is appearing, but it is
Not
lagging.
appearing.
But it's appearing
It
late.
is visible.
So,
They are wasting.
Ma'am,
Like
what you are
due to
writing is
network
visible
issue.
to us
Please
after
mute
that.
yourself. Please mute yourself. Let me complete the class. Please mute yourself. Let me complete the class. Mute yourself. I'm getting some sounds. So Swers theorem says if fy exists in a certain neighborhood, please mute yourself. Still, I'm getting some sounds. If fy exists in a certain neighborhood of a point AB,
मैम स्क्रीन ब्लैंक हो गया है.
चुप रहो ना, थोड़ा चुप रहो ना, सुनो ना, सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं दे रहा है? अगर स्क्रीन ब्लैंक हो गया ना, वो तुम्हारा नेटवर्क का इशू है.
नहीं मैम, वाईफाई अपन लगाया है.
डोंट डिस्टर्ब द क्लास.
मेरा भी ब्लैंक हो गया.
डोंट डिस्टर्ब द क्लास प्लीज. आफ्टरवर्ड्स देख लेना. रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है, एवरीथिंग विल बी अपलोडेड, बाद में देख लेना. डोंट डिस्टर्ब द क्लास प्लीज. Now there is one theorem, Swer's theorem, which actually gives the condition when fxy and fyx will be equal. Because just now I said that fxy and fyx may be equal, may not be equal. Now, what is the condition of equality of this two? One is given by Swer's theorem, that if fy exists, okay, and if yx is continuous at the point AB, then fxy AB will exist and it will be equal to fyx AB. This is given by Swer's. Another theorem is given by Young, that is Young's theorem, Youngs, okay, Young's theorem. If fx and fy, that is del f del x and del f del y, are both differentiable at a point AB, of the domain of definition of a function f, then f xy AB will be equal to f yx AB. Okay, so here both the theorems, the conditions given are sufficient. They are not at all necessary. So now let me come to differentiability of a function. Now we are taking 2 points. Let xy and x plus delta x plus delta y be two neighborhood points. Delta x and delta y are very small changes in x and y. Very small amount of change in x and y. Two neighborhood points now the change delta f in the function as the point changes from xy to x plus delta x, y plus delta y, it is given by, the change is given by f x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus f of xy. So this is very natural. The change in the function due to the point x plus delta x and x plus delta y is written as f x plus delta x, y plus delta y, and minus the given function. The difference between the two will be delta f. It is very obvious. Now the function f is said to be differentiable at xy if the change delta f can be expressed in the form a delta x plus b delta y plus delta x phi delta x delta y plus delta y psi delta x delta y. Okay, so the function f is said to be differentiable at xy if the change delta f can be expressed in this form, where capital A and B are constants and which are independent of delta x delta y, and phi psi are, we can easily see phi psi are functions of delta x delta y, are functions of delta x and delta y tending to 0 as delta x, delta y tends to 0 simultaneously. So this is the definition. Now if we replace this delta x and delta y by h and k, replacing delta x, delta y by h, k, then this equation, suppose this is equation 1, then equation 1 becomes, instead of delta f, we are writing df, change in f a plus h b plus k minus f of ab, because we are replacing this delta x, delta y by hk, and this will be now written as ah plus bk minus h phi hk plus k psi, sorry, this will be plus only, psi hk, where a is equal to fx, b is equal to fy, and phi psi are functions of hk which tends to 0, as hk tends to 0 simultaneously. So this is actually the definition of differentiability of a function of two variables. Okay. So let me now take one example, then it will be clear to you.
Ma'am, can you show a little above, ma'am? Just for a second. Ma'am, a little above.
See, all these are recorded now, it's being recorded. So afterwards you can see it. Why you are asking me to do this? Afterwards you can easily see the slides and everything.
Ma'am, the Microsoft whiteboard won't be appear in the recording. Only your audio is recorded.
But the screen will not be recorded.
No, ma'am. If you use OneNote, then it will be recorded.
So
Otherwise,
this is OneNote only. This is OneNote. It is recorded. Now one function is given, x cube minus y cube, x square plus y square, xy not equals to 0, 0, 0, xy equals to 0, 0. Now we have to check whether it is differentiable at 0, 0 or not. Okay, that is the question. Now, how we are going to check it? Question is, check the differentiability at 0, 0. Okay, so we know the definition, we know what we have to show. So at first, we will first find out what is fx 0, 0. Okay, what is fx 0, 0? As per definition, limit h tends to 0, f of h comma 0 minus f 0, 0 by h.
हेलो मैम
Yes.
मैम मैं क्या क्लास लीव कर सकता हूँ? मेरे को कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है.
हाँ, लीव कर सकते हो.
इंटरनेट
Recording देखने दो. Join, you can see the screen.
Ma'am,
You need not, nobody should ask for permission. Okay, if you having any problem, if you don't want to attend the class, you may leave, but please don't
When we
disturb
can leave
others.
and again rejoin.
Anything you can do. It is an online system, no? If you don't wish to be here, you can leave.
Okay.
But my
ma'am,
attendance.
can you take
Attendance we will take care. Why you are worried about that? That we will take care. If you cannot see the
can you
screen,
put
if you are not
performance
feeling,
Sort of lag from your side, ma'am.
Ma'am,
What?
just
Yes,
after
ma'am.
leaving, if you join once again, you'll able to see the screen, ma'am.
Huh, to do it.
Ma'am,
Do it.
there's a
Yes,
lot of
Ma'am,
ma'am,
lag.
that's what I'm telling.
Do it. If you are feeling that if you once again, if you join, you'll be seeing better, then do that. Don't disturb the class. Whatever is better for you, you are free to do.
Ma'am, can you take another point instead of origin?
You take another point and do that. Let me explain with 0, 0.
Okay, ma'am.
Try to understand the thing. With other points, we can easily do it. So what is FH0?
H.
Yes. And what
One,
is
total
F00?
zero.
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 So this is 1. Now, what is Fy00? As per definition, limit k tends to 0, f of 0 comma k minus F00 divided by
Minus
k.
1.
So
Minus
limit
1.
k tends
Minus
to
1.
0. What is F0k? Minus k, no?
Minus
Minus
one.
Minus
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 k.
Minus k minus 0 by k. So it is minus 1.
Minus one.
Now, thus the function possesses partial derivatives at 0, 0. Now, if the function is differentiable at 0, 0, then by definition, we should write like this. Just now I have written the definition. So it will be AH plus BK plus H phi plus K psi. This is the definition where we know A, B and B are constants. That is A, we know it is Fx 0, 0. So just now we found the value, it is 1. And B is equal to Fy 0, 0. That is equals to minus 1. And as per definition, and phi psi tends to 0 as hk tends to 0, 0. So this we know from the definition. Now what we'll do, we'll putting h is equal to r cos theta and k is equal to r sin theta. Now if you put these values in equation, this one, let it be equation number 2. If you put this in equation 2, what you are going to get, and making r tends to 0, what you are going to get? So you are going to get cos cube theta minus sin cube theta equals to cos theta minus sin theta. From where which we can simplify and write, or cos theta sin theta equals to 0. But is it possible for any arbitrary theta? Cos theta sin theta is always 0. It is not possible. Which is not possible for any arbitrary theta. So we'll conclude. Therefore, the given function is not differentiable at 0, 0.
Ma'am, please explain the last part. Of h
Which
equals to
part?
How can I get cos q theta minus sin q theta equals to cos theta
Put in
minus
the function, put in the function, put in the function. What is the function? X cube minus y cube divided by x square plus y squared. Put it. Put
Yes,
it and
ma'am.
simplify, you'll get this. Okay, next come to sufficient condition for differentiability. Sufficient condition for differentiability. If AB is a point in the domain of definition of f such that if AB be a point of the domain of definition of a function f such that number one, fx is continuous at AB point. Second is fy exists at AB. Then f is differentiable at AB. But this is the sufficient condition. It is not necessary. Okay, this condition, these two conditions, if it is satisfied, then f will be differentiable at AB. Now let me take another example. The given function is xy x square minus y square by x square plus y square. When x square plus y square, the denominator not equals to 0 and 0 if x equals to y equals to 0. Okay. Now we have to check the differentiability at origin. So like the previous sum, here also we have to find out what is fx 0 0. Can you find out what is fx 0 0 and fy 0 0? Both we need to find out. What is fx 0 0 and fy 0 0?
0, ma'am.
0. Both are
0.
both are 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Now when x square plus y square not equals to 0, we can write this as x to the power 4y plus 4x square y cube minus y to the power 5 divided by x square plus y square, which will be less than 6 into x square plus y square 5 by 2 divided by x square plus y square whole square. Okay. Now this is equal to 6 root over x square plus y square. So we have shown that fx value is, we are getting this.
Inequality, ma'am.
Similarly, mod fy will be less than equals to 6 into x square plus y square. So if these two conditions are, we are getting this. Therefore, we will write limit xy tends to 0 0 f xy is equal to 0 and this is equal to fx 0 0. So fx is what we are finally concluding. Thus, fx is continuous at 0 0 and fy 0 0 exists. That is, f is differentiable at 0 0. We have used the condition, sufficient condition for differentiability. Now one more question. That is 9:50 already. Okay, just give me 5 more minutes. I'll complete these two sums. U is given tan inverse x minus y divided by x square plus y square. You have to find del u del x and del u del y. So can you find this? Partial derivatives. Function is given as u is equal to tan inverse x minus y divided by x square plus y square. Question is you have to find del u del x and del u del y. So what we have? We have u equals to tan inverse x minus y divided by x square plus y square. So first we have to find out what is del u del x. How you will find del u del x? What was the formula?
Limit h tends to 0.
No, directly we can do.
Limit h tends to 0 f x plus h minus y.
1 by 1 plus x minus y upon x square plus y square whole square.
Can I write like this? So if you simplify this, you will get y square minus x square plus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square plus x minus y whole square. You simplify it yourself, you get this. Similarly, you have to find del u del y. Same way, 1 plus x minus y. Now here we are differentiating with respect to y. If you simplify, you'll get y square minus x square minus 2xy divided by x square plus y square whole square plus x minus y whole square. So in this way, we obtained del u del x and del u del y. So I believe partial derivative is something which you understood. How to get the values. No?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
few sums I'm going to give you. Try to do it yourself. Okay.
Ma'am, we have another class at 10 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, leaving. Just 2 minutes.
Hello, ma'am.
We have another system at
And
10
also
a.m.
upload the PDF. Hello.
Yes, I will give you all the materials. Don't worry.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Please
Yes.
upload PDF also, ma'am.
Yes. All the materials
Thank you,
I'm going
ma'am.
to upload. Don't worry.
Okay, ma'am.
Find this value. Okay. These two questions you do it. Z to the power z equals to k. Show that at x equals to y equals to z, del 2z, del x, del y equals to minus x log ex minus 1. Okay, these two. Just give me a moment.